All right, Will, we are recording. Take it away.
Okay, welcome everyone. This is the September 2022 virtual meeting for the South End Water Main project. And it is highly likely this will be our last virtual meeting. So if you haven't been super aware of the project to date and you want to catch up on what has happened so far, you can go to our charlotteswim.com website, or you can go to the Charlotte Water YouTube page and find a bunch of these South End Water Main virtual public meetings. Our entire catalog of virtual meetings we've been having over the past 2 years. So you can catch up. Some of the older ones have a lot of educational information about how the water line gets built. So if you're curious about that, find the ones that are longer in length and have more views. So what have we done? We have, over the course of the past 2 years, installed a new 24-inch ductile iron pipe that is going to carry flow of water in between a large water main that runs down Scaly Bark, and it can carry water through the corridor of South Boulevard all the way up to Worthington, where we have another large water main and some other large water mains that sort of feed uptown as well. So this new 24-inch ductile iron pipe is replacing the 12-inch water line that currently, or used to currently exist in South Boulevard, and it will carry more than twice as much water through this corridor. It was a very, very old pipe, so it was good that we replaced it. And of course, there's a lot of development going on as well. So this goes along with that as an accessory benefit to provide more water to all the development that is currently taking place in the corridor. My name is Will. I was the project manager, is the project manager. That's my contact on the far left. Keith Hunter also has been a pretty big part of our team. His information is there on the right. He's our day-to-day sort of field person. So if you're having issues, if you're a business having issues, he's the person you'd want to get in touch with. And again, if you just want more information, you can either visit our charlotteswim.com website, or you can email this info@charlotteswim.com general mailbox and ask questions. So the next 30 days, the product will completely wrap up. And then the stormwater project on West Tremont, which is not my project, not our project, is also slated to wrap up in the next 30 days. Really, it's looking more like the next 2 to 3 weeks. You should see the last remnants of any sidewalk repair taking place, further planting and seeding for shoulder stabilization. The barrier wall will get picked up and moved and taken away. And at that point, we can go ahead and finish up our last bit of paving. The barrier wall's in the way of. So we'll finish paving, then we'll stripe the road. And then, of course, you'll just see myself and some of the other contractor staff kind of checking valves, make sure everything's open and functioning. So we're having a series of final walkthroughs. You may catch us out there, middle of the street, operating valves, making sure that their work and they're open and everything is good to go. This is the same map that we presented at the last meeting, but this is the general area right now where that barrier wall exists. So yeah, in the next couple weeks, you should see that barrier wall get picked up, no longer be there. The Tremont closure, the purple line, may still be happening for a little bit longer, but eventually that will be gone as well. And Tremont will once again be accessible by car. Here is how you can get around this sort of area right now. The crosswalk at Tremont is still open. We've managed and maintained all crosswalks through the entire project corridor, through the entire project term. So that, of course, is still the case. That crosswalk at Tremont is open. There's no left turns right now, so you can't turn left onto Tremont currently if you're going northbound, and you can't turn left going south to get onto East Tremont either, but those left turns are closed currently. And Tremont, of course, is actually fully closed. West Tremont's fully closed. You can turn right onto East Tremont if you're headed northbound towards Uptown. And that's, for the most part, it. Got a few other comments, but I wanted to open up the floor for questions, so feel free to use the chat feature if you have any questions. Pause for a moment.
Thank you, Will. Like he said, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat or the Q&A section. As the project wraps up, we will be transitioning from the project information to just our standard. If you have any questions, call 311. But we do want to make sure Will is available to answer any questions about the project as the project closeout continues. I went to your next slide. I'm sorry, Will, but I just wanted to, again, if there are any questions, feel free to put it in the Q&A. Will, if you want to continue with your slides, we can also check at the end of the meeting to see if anything was left for you to answer.
Yep. So typically this part of my presentation, I try to encourage everyone to sign up for our South End Water text alert system, our slick text system. It's pretty much tied to this project. Kind of was an experiment and has led to now the Charlotte Water alert system. So you see that on the right there. And if you want to be on if you still want to receive text messages from Charlotte Water, this is your way to do that. So go to the main site there and click on alerts, and you can sign up to get very similar alerts to what we had sent out about projects going on and issues or anything else going on related to Charlotte Water that we're trying to let the public know about. The charlotteswim.com website is still active, so I'm not sure the timeline on how much longer that will be up, but I'm sure there will be some period of time where we leave it up just for people who may want to learn more about the project even though it's over. And then info@charlotteswim.com again is a great place to just send questions, comments, concerns. I'll put this slide up one more time. This is just the contacts. Feel free to send me an email as well if you haven't gotten any response via other channels. If you're a local business, again, Keith Hunter is going to be a good contact for you if there's any issues or questions or comments to address about field conditions out front of your business specifically. And then I've already talked about the website and email a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a little bit longer. And if there are no questions, then we will wrap it up.
I am not seeing any questions or comments.
Okay. Guess we can be done.
Thank you so much. Again, like Will said, this will be posted on our YouTube and other channels. Thank you so much for attending our likely last SWM virtual public meeting. And have a great day.